Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's the weekly reading for the week of September 9th to the 15th. Your cards this week, Aries, we have two Oracle cards. We have Boundaries and we have Priestess. We have in your past position the Six of Swords with Temperance, present energies, the Fool with the Eight of Wands, and in the future we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. So we'll read out your oracle cards at the end, Aries, but yeah, we do have two here just to sort of briefly mention them. Boundaries, so where do you need to establish better boundaries? And we have Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So, I really feel with you, Aries, you're coming into a greater position of power. You Aries, you are the natural born leader, and you normally are quite powerful, but I do feel in the recent past a lot of you have had some challenging times that potentially have made you feel sorry about the neighbour's dog sorry, that have made you feel more challenged and have actually held you back in a certain way. I just know that in the Aries readings that I've been watching for the last 6 months or so, there's been lots of tower moments, there's been lots of releasing the past, releasing things that don't serve you, a real stripping away and cleaning out and clearing the slate. And I really feel like you're transitioning on from that kind of turbulent energy at the moment. In your recent past here, we have the Six of Swords, and we have Temperance energy. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you had to make a call on a situation that was no longer serving you, something that did have you in a state of, emotional turmoil or, feeling unbalanced in some way. It's a general reading, so it's difficult to say what it is. Could have been a relationship that, was triggering you or is no longer working for you in some way. Maybe you'd grown apart. Maybe you were different people with different values. Can be a work situation that is not aligned with you anymore. Maybe there's, competitiveness with your colleagues, or, feeling out of alignment with a mentor or manager. That type of thing. It's just something that doesn't quite fit you anymore. It's that kind of square peg, round hole, the sort of energy that we see in the tower. And, whether you had a tower moment or not, some of you may have chosen to move on from that situation before it actually, came to something like that. Or some of you might be in the process of moving on now or about to, because the energies are quite fluid here. The Six of Swords sees, a woman and child here, or could be a male, no gender, it's not gender specific. Actually, moving on, but in a slight state of despair, or grief. So it could have been a situation that you didn't really want to move on from. You would have ideally liked to have stayed in it for longer, but the timing, universal timing, something stepped in and said, hey, the time is now if you really want to get to bigger and better things. So you've chosen to move on from that. And you know that there's a real promise of greater harmony, peace, emotional stability on the other side of the situation. And I think it's probably led to a real period of growth for you, personal growth, really evolving and going to the next level. And it definitely wasn't without its need for healing. I think you've probably been in the period of the aftermath, we could say, healing, restoring, coming back into a place of balance under this temperance energy. Once again, we've got the angelic force here. We also have divinity and the Ace of Pentacles coming up. So there is the element of divine guidance, and that this is all, it's all right in the timing of your life timeline. So temperance energy, you can see here, she balances the water of life or the flow of your emotions between these two cups. She's restoring the balance back into your life. She's bringing you back into that place of, clear, calm, clarity. And she says that, you might be going through, the emotional waters at the moment, but you also are able to stay grounded. Keep one foot on the earthly physical realm and go about your daily business while you're going through this restoration process. So I feel a lot of you, you are in control. It's not like something that's, taken you out completely or really overwhelmed you. You're really getting your power back. You're recrowning yourself as that true leader that you really are, Aries. And we see, equilateral triangle here on Temperance's Gowan. It's about becoming really solid and stable again. That triangle, doesn't matter what side you push on, that's the strongest structure. It's never going to fall down. For me, that always represents the, physical, emotional, and mental health. You're really building yourself back up again to be the true leader, the true priestess you really are. Yeah, beautiful. And, we have the sun just peeking over the horizon here in the Temperance card. So what it sort of promised to you is that if you go through this healing, restoring process, that there is just a bright new beginning ready to burst onto the horizon for you. And this week, we see that sun has risen and we see a new beginning, a strong new beginning under the full energy on offer for you, Aries. Look at this. The Fool with the Eight of Wands. So guys, I would really be looking out for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected this week. In fact, I think I'm going to call this reading that. Expect the unexpected. Here you have, Plutonian energy with the Fool card. It's ruled by Pluto. Pluto can be really unexpected. When you least expect it, an opportunity comes in. You meet someone, something comes out of the blue. And the Eight of Wands can also be a bit like that as well. It's that kind of communication or message that comes out of nowhere, or that synchronicity that leads to something that could actually change your whole chapter. It could have you walking in a whole new direction with your head held high. Yeah, so with Eight of Wands, it's often could be someone that's traveled from another place that you bump into that has a business offering for you, or somebody that you connect with. It could even be in a relationship sense. It could be that phone call from a long lost friend or someone you haven't heard from for a while, text message, something you find on the internet, because it's often communication that comes through the airwaves. So be on the lookout for that. There's also an element of divinity about the Eight of Wands. So this is all very, very guided this week. I think this is a really unexpected new beginning for you, Aries. And I think if that comes in for you, then you really, the universe under the full energy is asking you to take a leap of faith and to take on that new beginning. Because, the Fool is somebody who, after moving on from harder times, is, ready to take a leap of faith and take those first tentative steps on a new journey, even though they don't quite know what the destination is going to be. So you might not know where the end point is, where this is all leading, but you just might know that it feels right, the timing's right. So I think you're going to take the journey. And, the Fool just takes the light load with them. Try and keep all these swords of the past on the shore if possible. So the reminder is to try not to be thinking of, the past and, guilt and regrets and that sort of thing. Just let go of everything. Start your whole new chapter with a sense of freedom. Yeah, and trust your instincts as you're doing that. The little dog asks you to keep tuning into your intuition, just to make sure that every step you take is aligned with, your true purpose, with your values, and it's going to lead you onto your new chapter. And there may be challenges along the way. We can see that that's represented by the mountains here in tarot. But the Fool isn't worried about that at the moment. He's just worried about getting, just concerned with getting started on that new journey for now. And future position, look at this. I mean, if this doesn't say successful new beginning, I'm not too sure what does. Yeah, so literally, I feel like this Ace of Pentacles really follows on from the Fool energy. It's really saying that this new beginning is really being offered to you on the hand of the divine. It's an opportunity for stability, for something really solid. It's going to be a solid opportunity, this new beginning. It's going to lead to solidity. It could lead to greater finances. It could lead to a new way of you earning your income. It could be a new business opportunity. Or it can link into the realm of relationships by, bringing a sense of security and stability to them. And, you may need to, as we mentioned before, scale some mountains to get there. We can see the mountains in the distance. It's almost like the Fool is out here at the moment. about to go up some mountains. There might be some challenges with the new journey. There always is with any journey. But essentially, if you take that journey, you are going to come through this gateway here into this Garden of Eden, into greater abundance, and there's real rewards on offer if you're going to take that leap of faith and take this journey. With aces, they're number one in each suit of the tarot deck. They are seeds of pure potential. They need action to be able to grow. So make sure that if an opportunity presents itself, even if it may be just an idea or something that somebody says, take them up on it and take it to the next step. Keep on unfolding it, because that's what's required to really grow this into an abundant future. And then Six of Wands, we literally see you, riding forth, having a sense of, victorious ending, This is really a card of a victorious journey. So I really feel like strongly this is a beautiful future on offer for you here, Aries. So, the Six of Wands is really about, that arrival, that you've made it, that you've crowned yourself again, that you are stepping into that leadership position. It's also that kind of energy where other people are recognizing you for that achievement and saying, wow, you've done so well. How did you get there? What's your secret? It's really being recognized for being this successful leader that you truly are, Aries. So I really see this as being such a victorious new beginning that's on offer. And I feel like it's going to come out of the blue, almost like it's coming out of the hand of the divine. There could be an element of synchronicity to it, so be on the lookout for that. So I'm just going to read out Priestess for you, Aries, your oracle card here. How are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we are actually all in this thing called life together. Yeah, so I really feel that this is relating to the fact that, you're really being called to go on this journey. It doesn't matter if you don't feel perfect or ready for it. That you are ready to step up as that leader. You are really ready for a victorious new beginning. You don't need to have it all together to lead. You might have just come out of a difficult time, but what this really says to me under the Priestess energy, Aries, is that you are ready for this. So expect the unexpected this week. So that's all I have for you, Aries. It's a general reading, so keep in mind it won't resonate for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment and let me know how this is unfolding in your daily life. I would love to hear. And I'll be back here with you for another reading next week.